and bake with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing this morning? I can't be doing any baking because I got to go to work. But y'all can bake. I got a little time before I got to go in, so I thought I'd go ahead and go live for you guys and give y'all a little bit of a video. So let's get to it. I got some content for you from our own Fat Photog. Fat Photog has got all of your Vaughn needs met. So like, share, and subscribe to Fat Photog. Good morning, Corey. How you doing, sis? Hey, Derek O'Brien. How you doing? Crash out.
I'm not sure just what I am to do, but I know in your plan you've got something for me. So I'll wait patiently, keep on loving.
Whoa.
I don't know if I look pretty. I don't know why David doesn't want me anymore. He has this whole book about him between him and Miss Jenny Lim, with his learning on Filipino languages. I feel a little disappointed because I really want to stay in America. I have a history of panic attacks, and when I go back to Taiwan, the population density is so high, and especially when I'm at work, I'm not allowed to show my emotions and everything, and it literally just makes me feel so panicky all the time. But
so when do you have to go back?
I'm staying here for roughly a month, but I'm really hoping I can
Yeah, she's staying here a month. Don't know what that's about. I know nothing about Candace.
one day stay in America, but only if I find somebody that I really click and love.
Listen, Candace. Have you not seen the millions of migrants coming across the border? They just stay here. Just go ahead and stay. You have my permission. You don't have to go back to Taiwan.
My visa only allows 90 days. And this is absolutely humiliating to go to any guy and ask him to marry me for green card. This is humiliating. I'm not some hooker. I'm freaking educated. Do you know that I actually won so many freaking... Do you know I was like best agent in my company? I was best placed.
You were the best Asian in your company?
I was best freaking agent when I was working as a customer service in one of my company, and I was first place when I was in senior year in college, in 2 semester, first place, and I won like second place and third place for cha-cha and rumba competitions and dance competitions.
Okay, now what's that got to do with anything? That's not going to keep you in America. That's not going to keep you in the States. And her big ambition is to stay in the States. Okay, well, all right, whatever. Don't know what to say. Good luck to you. Hope you get what you want. I don't know.
I won like second place or first place in English speech competition. I had a lot of... Why the fuck do I have to acquiesce for fucking green cards? I did just well in Taiwan. Okay. The only reason I want to fucking move to America was because I suffer from fucking panic attacks. And Taiwan just stressed me the fuck out because of population density. Because how close every buildings are next to each other, and they're giving me panic attacks.
Oh hell, she's getting pissed. She's getting pissed.
And no decent Americans want to marry me. For no fucking stupid ass reasons, every freaking Americans are go to shit.
Well, don't go looking at my man. He's already spoke for. Well, if you hit up John or Vaughn, they'll marry you. Vaughn will marry you. You can live in the back seat of his car. He'll split his Lunchable with you. Well, maybe he won't split his Lunchable with you. I don't know. He's pretty greedy. But you got to stay slender. So he probably won't split his Lunchable with you. He'll probably only let you eat once every 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
Okay, let
When
it
my
out, Candace.
fucking Taiwanese friend didn't speak better English than me marry a South Carolina man 10 years ago when she stopped talking to me 10 years ago as well.
Well, listen, I guess we're just going to stop saying the green card. You just want to be an American. There's nothing wrong with that.
I wasn't just want to be American. I wanted the freedom. I probably wanted to smoke a little weed sometimes. I probably wanted to breathe a little fresh air. I probably want to go fishing. I probably wanted to go paddling when Taiwan doesn't offer me all that. I was the best English speaker in Taiwan. I won a lot of competition in English speech competition. I was the
I don't
best
know who she's
in my
talking to.
company. I won a lot of competition. I deserve it. I fucking
Ooh, entitled much? Entitled much? You deserve it. You deserve it. Apply and get in that way. Go through the proper channels. You know, people do it every day. Don't know what to tell you. Shit.
deserve it. I spoke better English than my friend. Why the fuck did I have to suffer for it?
I know, it's sad.
She didn't
I
speak
feel
better English than me. She can get a fucking green card for no fucking reason and ditch me 10 fucking years ago when she moved to South Carolina.
fucking bitch. She's so stupid.
I have no idea who she's talking to.
I can't even believe she didn't even fucking speak English as good as you do. How dare her find that South Carolina man? But
her fucking uncle, who was pro-Taiwan independence, who let me stay in his house, didn't like me because I had a little argument with her. So he felt like I was staying in his house and I was like arguing with her. So he got pissed about it. So he was like complaining to his.
Well, his avatar says Spider, so I guess his name is Spider.
Wife, and I feel so fucking embarrassed because I had an argument with her and I was staying in her uncle's house. So her uncle know about it. Oh, I was like arguing with her. So her uncle was pissed about it. Oh, you were arguing with my fucking niece. So her uncle was pissed. Her uncle was pro-Taiwan independence, and whereas my family was not. Her uncle was fucking pissed about it. It was like complaining because I was visiting her uncle's house in Chicago and was staying her uncle's house in Chicago at the time. Oh, they were complaining. Oh, while I was saying it, I was fucking embarrassed. Like listening to her uncle complaining. Oh, this Candace was like dissing my fucking niece. You know, her family wasn't pro-Taiwan independence. My family, we are. It's fucking not making me. Well, yeah, you know what, dude? I made a mistake. I was staying in somebody else's house and I was being rude. But I fucking was having a manic episode because I probably was manic and needed to stay in America so I can probably smoke weed whenever I wanted to, so I wouldn't be manic all the time when I was in Taiwan when I couldn't smoke weed.
They don't have any weed in Taiwan.
Apparently, she wants to smoke weed. I feel you, sister. I feel you. I like smoking weed too. I'd like to smoke a little myself right now, but I can't. I got to go to work, and I'll be useless if I smoke weed right now. I don't think I would with this strain, but I don't want to take any chances. Um, she wants to smoke weed every day.
No.
Damn, that sucks.
Hey, Mr. Willie Fister Gash, how you doing?
All right, listen, Candace,
I'm probably smarter than most Filipino. I'm probably smarter than most Taiwanese girls. So a lot of American guys probably felt it's harder to control me, so they don't want to marry me. They just want to marry somebody that don't speak English, so they can feel like me love you long time. They feel like they're just married to somebody that's easier to control.
No, maybe it's because you're a psycho bitch. Guys don't like being married to a psycho bitch. Psycho bitch? Good God, you went from 0 to screaming in like a minute. It takes me a little while to get wound up. Unless something's already wound me up. Mountain Dew all over my fingers. It takes a little bit to wind me up if I ain't already wound up. It doesn't take nothing to wind your ass up. Fucking psycho.
I won a lot of competitions in Taiwan. Why the fuck couldn't I get what I deserve?
Nobody, you know what? You sound like an awful lot like an incel. I deserve a mate. I deserve this. I deserve that. I deserve it. I deserve. Entitled much? Entitled much?
Well, you still can. You're here. You're here in America.
I'm here for fucking what? Staying in the fucking cocoa in the fucking cocoa puff. Getting scammed for fucking $11,000 for some stupid ass fake Japanese rock star because my dad just fucking died.
Listen, don't give up hope yet, Candace. You can still maybe get your green card. It's possible. I'm serious. I think Dave might come around. You got 90 days here.
Do you know I was trying to be isolated in Taiwan just because I didn't want to fucking have a manic episode so that I wouldn't slap somebody? Do you know, like, when I had a manic episode, I would try to, when I was younger, I was like slapping my mom and my sister because I was like manic all the time. I was like trying to like stay away from people so that I don't get violent around people, so I don't hurt others. I was trying to like
smacking around on your sister and your mother's a little different than smacking around on somebody else. Why don't you try that with somebody else? Like with me. I outweigh you by about 30 pounds. I'm pretty sure I could put you on your butt without having to raise a hand and hurt you. I could put you right on your butt without having to hit you. I can just grab you by your shoulders and sit you down. You're a brat. It's your personality that's scaring everybody off. If you were a little nicer and a little sweeter, maybe, just maybe, you would get a mate. Just just thinking out loud.
Tame my trying to like make sure that I had like control over myself. I needed medical care and stuff like that, and then I feel like America has like better medical care. It's like expensive, but anyways, I feel like there's like a lot of states that have like legalized weed and stuff, and I feel like it's better for
Hey,
me. And it's like,
Cats, how you
yeah,
doing,
sure,
baby
like weed
girl?
is not the ultimate cure, like whatever, but I feel like weed is better for me. I feel like anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about
I like to smoke weed too. It helps. It definitely does help. People sometimes don't understand that.
it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, she wants to. You know what? I can understand the wanting to smoke weed thing. I can understand it. You know, weed does help. It does help me with the pain in my back and in my joints, because I do have quite a bit of pain in my back and joints sometimes, especially when it's cold. Hey, I'm a little older. That's what happens. It's just part of life. I've still got to work. I've still got to do things. I've still got to maintain a house. I've still got to take care of my husband. I've still got a lot to do. But, you know, you can't be let that be the primary reason why you want to come to America. You want to smoke weed every day, you know? I've heard that like 5 fucking times. I want to smoke weed. I want to smoke weed. You know what? I like smoking weed too. But, there's got to be an end to it. You can't smoke weed all the time. Like right now, I'd love to fire one up, but I can't because I got to go to work. I got to be at work at 10. How would it be if I showed up to work stoned? How would it be? It would be a good deal more pleasant, but it wouldn't be good at all. It's bad juju. It's bad juju. You don't want to do that. And oh my god, this chick is just nuts. I don't know nothing about her, but I could already tell you I wouldn't hang around her. Look at the look on her face. This woman thinks that somebody owes her something. I can tell you right now, sweet cheeks, nobody owes you a damn thing. Nobody owes you anything.
But it's going to be, everything's going to be fine.
I'm
Dave still
fucking
might come
tolerating
around.
this naughty headed Wisconsin. Well, you know what, dude? Dave is a good man. And you know what? I'm not yelling at him.
Right. David's a good man, and there still might be hope. I mean, he's never
I
going to
want to
fucking
love.
find it.
And putting your hands on your mom, that is unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable. That is your mother. You only have one. One. Just one. I would never put hands on my mother. I don't care if my mother called me a scum sucking slut from the outer rings of Jupiter. I would never, ever put hands on my mother. I'd walk away. I would walk away.
I
wife.
won a lot of medals in Taiwan. I'm such. I won
You
a
are
lot of.
good. You
I won
are
a lot of
great.
competitions. My sister won.
And you know something? That was in the past. I won medals too, but that was in the past. You can't sit on your laurels. That's in the past. That's way in the past. You got to focus on the here and now.
Like world class poem.
Hey,
My
Miss
sister
Mud
wrote a lot
Duck.
of poems.
Hey,
She won
Lost
a
Cow
lot of competition. We are.
Productions.
My dad graduated from the top university in Taiwan. We're a clean family. My mom works in the best bank in Taiwan. I'm from the best families. I'm talking crap. This is not how I'm gonna get treated.
It's going to be okay, Candace. We just need you to calm down. We know that you've
I'm not
worked
gonna
really
get
hard.
treated
We
like
know that you're
crap.
great.
I'm not gonna be begging some fucking Kiwi, some fucking random ass Aussie, some fucking random ass Wisconsin naughty head to marry me when I'm just this best person in the fucking universe.
You are great.
God.
You know, this woman reeks of insecurity. She reeks of insecurity, and you can smell it, you can see it, and if she was more secure in herself, she would be able to get a man. The desperation is oozing out of all of her pores. As a matter of fact, like a big dark cloud. And as long as it does, she'll never get married. No, she'll never find what she wants. She's going to be a female incel her entire life.
I fucking was like the leader of the Bible study club in college. English, I teach everybody English for fucking free. I'm just such the best person in the fucking universe that doesn't even that was giving money to homeless people. I'm just this best person in the fucking universe that deserve no shit from nobody.
You know what? Don't put yourself in that position and it won't happen. Don't put yourself in that position and it won't happen. You put yourself in that position and now it's happening. Don't act desperate. They won't treat you like that. Because guys will take advantage. Some will. Not all, some will. Case in point.
Yeah, I agree. Everything's going to be fine, Candace. I know it seems.
I just chill and do whatever when I feel like smoke some blunt and chill, and go boating and just do whatever I feel like and breathe and go to work and just do whatever the fuck I want. You know what, Dad?
It's still possible. Just don't give up hope, Candace. You got to gather.
Who said who yeah, you're right. Who the hell says they are the best person in the fucking universe? Who says that? She's got a bit of an ego. I won't say that. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you that I'm kind of a ne'er do well. I'm kind of a slacker. I don't try very hard. When it, I don't. I just don't. The only thing I really, it's just I'm a slacker. I am the underachieving nexus of the universe. And if you're wondering how my job went, how my first day on my job went, it went real well. It isn't anything that I haven't done a million times. Now I've done it 1,000,001. And they really like me and they want me to stay. And I'll stay. Yeah, the job's boring but the people are very nice. I like the people. I like the people very much. And I think this job's worth keeping.
Gather yourself back together. Take a couple of deep breaths. It's going to be fine. You made it here now. Just try to have a little bit of fun, because you never know what's going to happen right around the corner. Okay.
My mom works in the best, a lot of money.
I don't give a damn, Candace. What's your mom got to do with you? What has she got to do with you? You insecure, overbearing wench. And you know what? I don't feel the least bit bad. I'm going to spark one up right after work. Yep. Just like having a cold beer, I'm going to fire one up right after work.
The point I'm trying to get across is that I'm a decent woman that never
Thank you, Miss
get
Mudduck.
offered by guys with being with servitude. They're not serving me. They're tackling me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? He's serving Jenny Lynn. He's not serving me. He's tackling me. He's wanting me here because he's lonely. He's in need of a company. If Jenny Lynn has some money
Okay,
to fly
yes,
here,
that's right.
wouldn't need
And you
me.
should start
You understand
being
what
a
I'm trying to
little
say?
nicer.
Hello, Vaughn. I'm
Next
doing
time
live. I'm doing live right now.
Who
I'm
the fuck
doing
is
live.
Vaughn?
I'm doing live right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I just wanted.
Somebody else said, hey.
Yeah. Oh wait. There's a connection issue.
Hey, Candace, I hate to tell you this, but I'm sitting on a couple ounces of weed right now. Yep. I'm sitting on enough weed to last me for a couple of months. How you fucking feel?
It's weird. I'll call you back. All right, it's okay.
Who the fuck is Vaughn?
Vaughn Helton, don't you know him?
Thank you, Miss Mudduck.
No.
He's like a pagan guy.
Pagan. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all fucked up.
God, she's a mess. She is a fucking mess. Nat's in the pizza. Let's see if they've got a new one. They don't have anything new. Mayor McCheese. Let's go to morning coffee.
All righty, folks. Morning coffee 223, 224. Did I do 223 yet? I'm not sure. Let's go with 223 because I know I did 222 for a fact. So let's go with 223. Morning coffee 223, and we have a lot to unpack this morning. First of all is my inevitable return to Manchester to pick up Sharpie, which means I'm going to need donations.
You're gonna need a job. Get a job. Excuse me. That just came out. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job.
So let's do that right off the bat and get that out of the way. I'm going to need some sizable donations. One, to get Sharpie, and then two, to get back out on the interstate, because it's a two-prong thing. Okay. Plus, I'm going to need some money to get Sharpie a body harness and a leash, because I can't let Sharpie just run loose while I'm on the interstate, because he'll get out there and get killed.
You know what? If you worked, you could have that money in a day. Even at $10 an hour, you could have that money in a day. Seriously.
So I'm going to need a...
Hell, I got that money in my pocket. You want me to... So, let me get this straight. Because I got the money in my pocket, you want me to take it out of my pocket and put it in your pocket. I don't think so, Scooter. No way, Skippy. Not a chance in hell, Sparky. Not gonna happen.
harness now. I'm being told, unfortunately, that body harnesses are not cheap. They're about $20. I'm like, oh my God. So I Googled it, and sure enough, they're anywhere from $15 to $30, depending upon what you get. The leash is cheap. It's only a couple bucks, but the body harness that goes around him, so that you don't choke him to death, because if you just get a collar and a leash, and you tug on it, it's going to choke him to death. So I want to get one of them body harnesses, so that he don't, so I'm not constantly choking him when trying to run around. He's wanting, I can't let him do that out on the interstate, obviously, because he'll run right in front of a car and get killed. So we can't have that. Plus, the advent of bumping in people with their dogs, which would probably not be a good idea, because he's not exactly a big dog. Even though he thinks he's a big dog, he's not a big dog. So he would not fare well, I think. So
I don't think Sharpie's alive anymore. And if he is, he probably went to a shelter. That's what I think. And hopefully he got adopted. Hopefully. If not, he's still in that he was in that trailer and he starved to death.
So I need to get me one of them body things, so that I'm not choking him when I'm pulling on the leash. Anyway, so let's get that out of the way. So I'm going to need some sizable donations in order to get those things. So that out of the way, like I said, Morning Coffee 223. And first of all, I have to give kudos to Monograph. Yes, Monograph. Monograph said in a live show either yesterday or day before that the FBI had of this shooter on the roof, climbing down from the roof and going to his car. Well, guess what was just released on Fox News this morning? A video of the assailant climbing down off the roof and walking to his car. So kudos to Monograph. He got it absolutely right. And kudos to him. And Monograph was telling the truth. I mean, they've got satellites, folks. They've got satellites that can absolutely target a dime on the ground and literally read the date on it. Okay? Well, if we've got that kind of technology, why are we constantly being given blurry video? Good question, right? If they can read the date of a dime laying on the ground from a satellite up in supposed space, seems to me like we get nice clear video of who these people are and what they're doing. Now apparently there's a plethora of pictures out there about this guy that killed Charlie Kirk, and so his apprehension is imminent, I would think. If the guy's smart, he'll turn himself in and throw himself at the mercy of the court, and hopefully get a lighter sentence. Of course, I don't know. I mean, somebody as prominent as Charlie Kirk, killing somebody like that, you're probably not going to get a light sentence no matter what you do, but it's going to look better on you if you...
Well, this is obviously before the guy got turned in by his dad. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Von Helton. As usual, you dirty looking fuck. God, why do you have to be so greasy and scraggly? Why? The rest of us shower and do what we're supposed to do during the, you know, why do you feel, never mind. Never mind. What the fuck am I wasting my breath for? This sumbitch ain't never gonna fucking shower. Go ahead. Shower every 6 months, you fucking stinky bastard.
Turn yourself in. Always. It always looks better if you turn yourself in. Because if you don't turn yourself in, then you're what they call a fugitive from the law, and they will be going after you hot and heavy. So it's better to turn yourself in. Always. It's always better to turn yourself in. Anyways, so yeah, there's that. And so kudos to Monograph. He actually convinced them to release the damn video. And so, yeah, so on Pox and Friends, I just got through watching it just now on Pox and Friends. There's a video showing him climbing down off the roof. And they're saying, yeah, we got tons of DNA evidence. We got little bits of cloth and shit. So, I mean, so they got tons of evidence to get this guy. And lots of pictures of this guy, apparently. And he was dressed up as a MAGA so that he would blend in. Damn, that's just sad, isn't it? But I still can't believe Charlie's gone. I just can't. I mean, he was a young man. And I got to correct myself. I guess I said 33 in my video. I was wrong. He was 31.
What? You actually admit you were wrong about something? Hang on. Just checking the sky for winged pigs. No, 4 horsemen of the apocalypse aren't coming up, riding up over the damn hill. Shoo.
So a correction there, mea culpa. But anyways, still, I said he was in his 30s, and that's too young, man. That's too damn young to be gone. You know, you don't expect somebody that young to be gone. You don't expect somebody that young to be assassinated either. But yet, that's exactly what happened, wasn't it? He was a threat to a particular race and a particular religion and a particular country that he was very outspoken about, and they whacked his ass. I mean, let's just be honest. That's what happened. They paid this schmuck, this liberal leftist piece of garbage, to dress up like a MAGA and go whack his ass. I mean, that's what happened. And a pox on anybody involved in that shit.
Yeah, you would say it real flip like that. That's awfully flip of you to do. Oh my God. You need to be slapped.
So, but hopefully we'll get this piece of garbage alive, and we can get some information as to what his motive was and all that good shit. Probably somebody hopped up on something. Or some kind of tranny or some shit. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm believing. Yeah, Charlie was very outspoken about a certain religion and a certain country and a certain group of people, and he made no bones about it. And I think he was whacked for it. That's what I believe. You're free to believe what you want. But for whatever reason, he was definitely assassinated because of his...
Don't be flip about someone passing away or being assassinated. You turd. You're being awfully flip. about it. Like, you think saying that he got whacked is somehow edgy. It's not. It's not edgy. It's not cool. You're just a doddering old fool.
His political and religious views. There's no doubt about that. There's no getting around that. And as a leader of Turning Point USA,
Yeah, he has.
he was a target. He was a target. They wanted to. They thought that by getting rid of him that they would stop Turning Point USA. Well, that's not true, because Turning Point USA will probably now become even stronger. I was watching Fox and Friends this morning, and they talked to these three young men. So now I don't know if these three young men are now in charge of Turning Point, or they're going to be the spokespeople for it, or what's going on. But
I got a question. What are you going to do this winter? You still waiting for donations? You got a long wait there, Sparky. You got an awful long wait. Because I ain't giving you nothing. Nobody here's giving you nothing. And if anybody here gives you something, I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna make them leave, and I'm not gonna exorcise them from the community. I'm just gonna laugh at them. I'll point and laugh, because that's what I do. Nope, no money is going to be given to you from anybody in my community. That's for damn sure.
I know they're members of it. And so, now instead of having one person, now there's going to be three, because they're triplets, They're triplets. And so it's now going to be even tougher to silence Turning Point USA. So that's good, I guess. I don't necessarily agree.
Vaughn, I'm going to give you a nickel's worth of free advice this winter. All right, when it gets real, real cold, you're going to need more than 2 fucking blankets, my guy. You're going to need long johns. You're going to need thermal socks. You're going to need at least 8, 9, 10 blankets. I'm not kidding. And, yeah, it's going to get fucking cold. It's going to get bone chilling cold. You know how I know that, Vaughn? Because the power head got pulled away from my house, and we were without power for 4 days during the coldest part of winter. 4 days we had no power because of an ice storm. And it's a good damn thing me and my husband were prepared. Or we'd have been fucked. And we had the support of my mom, or the help from my mom, and the help from my in-laws, so we could get our showers and get bathed and have a place to wash our clothes until we could get our power back on. There is nothing worse than having no power, other than having no phone. We had a generator to run a heater during the day, but you can't run that generator 24/7.
Agree with the religious viewpoints, but that's okay. That's okay. We can agree to disagree. Anyways, so there's that. And what about the monograph? Monograph actually forced the FBI to turn over the damn videos. I can't believe it. I am still in shock. Because Monograph literally said in his live show, either yesterday or the day before, that they've got a video of that son of a bitch on the roof. And sure enough, buddy, they released that video this morning. Fox and Friends has got it. I couldn't believe it. I'm still in shock. They got him climbing down off the roof and going to his car, just like Montegraph said. So kudos to Monty on that one. Very, very good. I'm glad. And it's good that we have that video out there so people can see this schmuck. We got pictures, we got video, we got all kinds of shit on this schmuck. So hopefully somebody will ID the man, turn him in, or get him to turn himself in. Either one. It's really better if he turns himself in. But in any event, we got that out of the way. Now I want to move on to something that literally makes my blood boil as a historian and an
A historian? Bitch, you don't know history. You don't know history. I don't know my history as well as I should. But I know my history well enough to know you're full of shit most of the time.
archaeologist and a cryptozoologist. Because this hits home to me. This is, I mean, I'm a historian, folks. I mean, this is something that really, really makes me mad. And it should make you mad, okay? And now, see, if I was on my PC, I would play a video right now of that clip from the movie Tremors, where the guy comes back from a deuce and a half from being attacked, and he says, I was denied critical need to know information. Because I was. And you were, too. That's the important thing. You were denied information. And it should make you mad. Okay, because what I heard this morning on video from somebody else's video made my blood boil, made me angry. Well, what is it, Bon? What's making you angry? Well, here's the thing. Apparently, all this...
Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out when you do. So reach down, give that subscribe button a little tickle, and slap that like button on the way out. Oh, and I have memberships too, starting at $1.99. That's right, folks, starting at $1.99. That'll get you in on that Bad After Dark members only stuff that's going to happen on my birthday. That's right, on my birthday. I will be having a members only spectacular. There will be a panel, and it will be fun. And it will be even more live, loud, disgusting, and raunchy than a normal live Bad After Dark. So, in conclusion, subscribing is always free. Subscribing is always free, and it helps me out tons. So, let's get back to the show.
All the data from Göbekli Tepe, an ancient site, out there in the Middle East somewhere, and a lot of the stuff from ancient Sumer, and a lot of the stuff that's been recovered of these ancient tablets and stuff that predate ancient Egypt, that predate a lot of these other cultures. It's not being translated and released. We're talking about stuff. Folks. I heard on this video, now I have not confirmed this yet, okay? I have not confirmed this particular thing yet. I will try to confirm it. But this video even suggested, now get this is going to blow your fucking mind. This video even suggested, that I listened to late last night, early this morning, even suggested that we have found the skeletons of some of the Nephilim, the giants, men of renown, as the Bible called them. We literally found the giant skeletons of some of the Nephilim. Not all, but, one or two.
What? Citation needed. Where did you dig this shit up? Weekly World News? The Sun? Where?
Now, if that's the case, then that is a sin and reproach to everybody on planet Earth, because we have a right to know these Nephilim existed. We have a right to know who they were. We have a right to know, was there body armor buried with them? Was there weapons buried with them? How big of weapons were they? Were they big weapons? I mean, because these were giants. These were huge guys. So I mean, so I'm sitting there thinking, if that's the case, that is definitely a sin and reproach against all of mankind, because we have a right to know that information. And apparently they were on the verge of completely uncovering the skeletons and identifying all the artifacts and whatnot, and it was all shut down. The funding was stopped. Somebody stopped the funding. Now, a lot of these, they call, what were they called them? Well, I'm going to call them cylinders because I can't remember the exact word they used. So I'm going to call them cylinders. See, a lot of these, especially from ancient Sumer, they weren't on a flat tablet. They were, for some reason, they were on a round cylinder, and you rolled the cylinder out to spread it out to read it. And apparently, just hundreds, maybe even thousands of these cylinders, and yes, even some tablets, have not been translated so that the public can have that information. There is math, science, fine arts, astronomy, astrology, all kinds of just tons and tons of information that's been blocked.
Information. Conspiracy.
And prohibited from being released to the public. But now these Nephilim skeletons, especially, see, that's not right. We have a right to know that information. We have an absolute right to know that information. But I mean, like I said, they've got, apparently there is information from ancient Sumer that predates Pythagoras. Uh-oh. See, we're poking the bear now, right? Because, the information from ancient Sumer doesn't always jive with what we have today. And so could it be that the reason a lot of this information has been shut down or has not been translated is because it would throw a monkey wrench in what we know today? I mean, look at ancient Sumer's beginnings of mankind. Okay, their version of Genesis, if you will.
You are a loon. You are a loon. Just a straight up fucking loon. You are. And the only reason people listen to you is just morbid fucking curiosity as to what kind of stupid shit you're going to say next. And believe me, it is stupid. Why do these cows insist upon talking about shit they don't really know very much about? And he says he's a historian, a cryptozoologist, and all this other fucking bullshit. I'm none of that shit. You know what I am? I'm a smartass. I'm a smartass. That's all I am. I'm a smartass. That's it.
Is totally different than what you read in your Bible, Christian. Totally different. There was no snake. There was no original sin. It wasn't just Adam and Eve. There was a whole bunch of us. And we were digging into mines to get gold out of the mines for the Anunnaki. Totally different story. And so it kind of rocked the boat there a little bit on Christianity now, didn't it? Because there was no snake, there was no Adam and Eve. It was just there was a bunch of us. I mean,
There's a lot of things that conflict in the Bible. Like when Cain found a wife. If Adam and Eve were the only man and woman, then how did Cain find a wife? So there's lots of things that conflict in the Bible. Lots of things. There's a lot of things that are less than palatable in the Bible. I'm aware. I've read some of it. I don't know as much as I probably should, but I've read some of the Bible. So yeah, I know there's things that are less than palatable and there's just things that don't jive. But that doesn't lessen my faith in God. The Bible was written by men. And as long as you got people steering the boat, things are going to be imperfect. And that's a fact.
there might have been in the original, at the very beginning, but I mean, they didn't go over it much, if there was. They basically talked mostly about how we were digging gold out of the mines for the Anunnaki and stuff. So there was a bunch of us. And the idea of us being created was totally different. We were created.
Yeah, and
okay. Well, I'll just go on ahead and it's easier to actually tell you the story. Okay, here's the story from.
Shut up. Grown-ups are talking. I like a man with a sexy beard too. Some men have gross beards, but I like a man with a sexy, well-trimmed beard. Vaughn just looks gross. Vaughn looks gross. Rev looks gross. Just gross. Vaughn always looks gross. Now he says he wants himself a skinny female. Fucking fat bastard.
Ancient Sumer. And there was tiers. Okay, there's tiers. There's levels of different gods. Okay, there's the upper gods, the middle gods, lesser gods. Okay, now these lesser gods, because they're immortal. I am immortal. I never fade away. Anyway, so these lesser gods. Okay, they're toiling in the mines. Now these are gods. They're immortal, but they're toiling in the mines. And they're getting aggravated, I guess, because it's a lot of work. And they're like, hey, man, we're gods. Why are we sitting here toiling like some kind of slave? We need to come up with an answer here. And so they go to Inky, the big kahuna. Well, there's two of them. There's Enil and
What the huh? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Inky. But they go to Inky because they know they can actually talk to him. Enil's kind of a tard. So they go to Inky and they say, hey, Inky, man, we're sick of toiling in the mines here. Can you help us out? And Inky's like, well, I tell you what. So he goes to this goddess and talks with her a while. And she's like, okay, yeah, we can get something done. And so they create man to toil in the mines so that these lesser gods don't have to do it. That was the original story coming out of ancient Sumer. Had nothing to do with a snake. Had nothing to do with original sin. In fact, you are not a sinner. Okay? Let me make that abundantly clear. You are not a sinner. And like I said over on the post, okay, here on this channel, everything you've been told is a lie. mostly out of ancient Rome, but not always. There's some other things.
Yeah, I'm going to take what you say as gospel. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take everything you say as gospel. I'm going to listen to what you fucking say. I'm going to believe what you fucking say. Where is your evidence? Where is your proof? Where is the writings? Oh, you don't have any. You're just making this bullshit up as you fucking go along. Okay.
Now you say, well, Von, how do you know everything we've been told is a lie? Because Napoleon
Hey,
did
Anja,
what
how
you
you
and I
doing,
could
baby?
not do. He went down in them Vatican vaults, which is something I wanted to challenge Charlie Kirk on, actually. But he went down into them vaults to see for himself. And he come up white as a sheet, and his men, who were Christians,
God's
by
chosen
the way,
just
asked him, said, well, what did
super
you see down
chatted
there?
$5.
What did you see down here? And Napoleon's like,
God's chosen just super chatted $5. How you doing, God's chosen? Imagine the smell. I would rather not. I would rather not. Thank you for the $5. I sure appreciate it. You're awesome. Thank you for your generosity and thank you for supporting the channel. You are awesome sauce. This guy is just fucking retarded. Sorry for using that word, but he's regarded. He is highly regarded.
everything we believe is a lie. Art, science, math.
Everything you believe is a fucking delusion. Look at his nails. Look at his dirty ass fucking nails. Them things look nasty.
It's all a lie. All of it. And his men are like, oh my God, what are we going to do? He said, we're going to have to start all over. We have to start completely from scratch. Because everything. Now,
oh, I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain, Anja.
Back there, way back there in the past, it might have had some truth to it. Okay, I'm willing to entertain that. But it's obviously corrupted today. All of it. All of it is corrupted today. And and in many cases, just flat out lie. Okay? Like I said.
You know what? At least he's not inflicting his smell on anybody else at this point. I don't understand people who don't care if they stink. I don't understand people who don't take pride in themselves when they walk outside their door. Or who just say, fuck it, and walk outside their door. I really don't. Like this dude does. He just wears body odor and fuck it. That's what he wears. Body odor and fuck it.
Said H. Sumer, there was no snake. There was no original sin. You are not a piece of garbage. You are
hey,
not a filthy
BGTV,
sinner.
how you doing? Hey,
you are
Jennifer
not
H.
evil. You are not, well, not necessarily evil, but you can become evil if you want to, and that's a matter of free will. But, and so that's a stark contrast to what you've been taught and what the vast majority of people on this earth have been taught. Muslims, Jews, and Christians, all of you. You were taught, you're an evil sinner, and you gotta have a Messiah, you gotta have a Redeemer, you gotta have an Imam, you gotta have whatever, the 12th Imam, you gotta have some, and so it doesn't matter what religion you are. If you're under the auspices that you need a Messiah, a Redeemer, or an Imam, or a Mahdi, or whatever, you've been lied to, because there is no original sin. You're fine. You're okay. You are not a filthy sinner. You are not evil. You're not scum. You're not a bad person.
You are a bad person. You're evil. You're mean. You're nasty, greedy, lying. You're a scumbag. And what is happening to you now is a culmination of your scumbaggery. It is. It is a culmination of your scumbaggery. You're getting what you deserve. And this winter, it is not going to be pretty, my friend. And I'm telling you, you need more than them 2 quilts if you're going to survive this winter. You better start. I wouldn't be worried about getting that dog. I'd be worried about getting some thermal underwear. At least 2 to 3 pair. And you're going to have to stay clean if you want to stay warm. Trust me, cleanliness helps. And you're going to need a lot more than them quilts. And you're going to need thermal socks, thermal boots. You're never going to stay warm. Ever. I hope you got some sort of fucking plan because it's fall already. And it's going to start turning off cold. Really cold. Especially in Ohio. It's not like it's temperate around here. Where it could be warm one day and cold the next. I'm telling you, that ice storm, if we hadn't been prepared and had all the equipment we had, it'd have been bad. It'd have been bad. 4 days in sub-zero weather, sleeping in it. 4 days. 4 to 5 days. I can't remember how long it was. 4 or 5 days. He couldn't survive a night. He says he's a survivalist. I'd like to see it. Now, I've slept in worse. He hasn't. He hasn't. He'll never survive. He's got no survival instinct.
How liberating is that to know that you don't have that burden on you? Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? Now you would think that people would jump on that, but you know what? A lot of people haven't. A lot of people have not. And it dovetails quite nicely with Gnosis, the Gnostic books, which are saying, yeah, man, y'all were lied to again. Because the God you think that is the God is not the God. He's an archon, the chief archon. I can't think of his what was the name? Can't think of his name right offhand. I'll have to go get it again. But the chief archon took the place of the real God, who is the source, the one, the light. And
yeah, he should.
All this mess to make it seem.
Oh,
like,
I would pay real money to see that.
Now is a facade. Elon Musk.
You know what? I would pay real money to see that. I would pay some real money to see that. I'd pay a pension check to see that. I would put up an entire pension check to see that.
Got it right. We're in a simulation. We're in a matrix. He was right. Other people said that too. They were right. And it was created by this chief archon and his band of archons to deceive people, deceive humanity, and make them think that they're in a blessed place, in the real place. But no, we're not. We're trapped in this. Well, we're trapped in this hell, the first level of hell. And that's a tough pill to swallow, but you're going to have to swallow it anyway because it's the truth. Because remember, I don't lie, right? I lied to that. So,
bitch,
it's interesting that
bitch, you lied to John about your fucking money. And you were caught in a damn lie. Don't even do me. What the fuck? You've been caught in so many damn lies. That's why your nose is growing.
this information is not being translated and released to the public because it might gore somebody's sacred cow. When they get into that science stuff there from ancient Sumer, is that going to totally,
I bet,
blow away Einstein and Pythagoras and some of these other cats? It could.
I tell you what, detente is a wonderful thing. We had everybody in bed with us. Both dogs, both cats. Everybody was snuggling for warmth. Yep. Nobody was swatting anybody. The cats weren't swatting the dogs. Everybody was cuddling for warmth over those 4 days.
It very well could. And that's probably why it's not being released to the public. It's just like when King James made his version of the Bible. What did he do? He ripped out 3/4 of the Bible and threw it in the trash. Oh, y'all don't need that shit. Well, now, why do you think he did that? He did that because there's information in those books that would have prevented him from being in control of the people. He wanted control. It's all, folks, I've said this a million times. It's always about control. It's always about control. Sometimes it's about money, but mostly it's always about control. And this is no different. And how do you control people? Oh, you can control them through religion. And so you rip out all
you're a wizard and all that. How about you manifest some money? Or manifest some better weather? Or is that a vulgar display of your power?
the books that say, "Hey, you are a god in and of yourself. You're unique. You're loved. You're created for a purpose, and you're a leader." And all this stuff
Good
that will encourage
Bitch, you can't even control your damn hygiene.
you and make you see speaking of dogs, make you see yourself for who you are. They're out walking their dog now right there. So all this encouraging stuff that would have been in the Bible, King James ripped all that shit out and wouldn't let you see it. And what does the book of Malachi says about the book of Malachi? It says you take any books away, or add anything to, you receive all the curses in this book. Oops. So what did happen to King James? I guess I'm going to have to go see what happened.
Safeguard that thing. That's worth some money. That's worth some money.
Happened to King James, ain't it? We know what happened to the King of France when he fucked around with the Knights Templar. Yeah, he ended up black as coal tar, and then his 3 sons were killed also, or died, or whatever. Interesting, isn't it? Same with Vlad Tepes Dracul, man. Vlad Tepes Dracul warned him, said, you fuck with me, man, and kill me. Every one of you will be dead by morning, and every one of them was dead by morning. Wow. Amazing how that shit works. Anyways, so yeah, this is a travesty. This is evil because you're being denied critical need to know information. Science, math, arts, religion, just all kinds, reams
it is
and
valuable
reams
historically.
and reams and reams of data that for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's a valuable piece of history. It is. And, that's kind of why I choose to collect some of the things I collect. Because it's part of history. Now I picked up a couple more occupied Japan pieces. I've already integrated them into my collection. Um, I've got so many little porcelain figurines that are occupied Japan and from like the 30s and the 40s, and it's not nearly as good as what your 1700s Bible. It's not nearly as good. But I do collect antiques. I've got some German porcelain. I've got some from Belgium. I've got um, and I got mostly occupied Japan. I've got some from the 70s. I just love little porcelain figurines. And I've got a good amount of them in here, and I've got a lot of them in my shadow boxes in the hallway and all over the house. It's just something I enjoy. And it has no bearing on what's going on here, but just thought I'd share.
Are now being released. You know, all this research that's being done and funded, the funding's been cut off. Why? I'll tell you why, because they don't want you knowing the truth. That's why. That's exactly why. They don't want you knowing the truth.
You said you're an
Because
antique.
as long as you're in bondage to Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and yes, even some of the pagan religions, as long as you're in bondage to them, you're a slave. They can control you. They can manipulate you. It's only when you get the truth, yet you can break free of these religions and come to the truth of freedom religion, which will set you free, which will liberate you. But the Gnostic Gospels especially are taking the internet by storm. More and more people are finding out about them. More and more people are waking up to the fact that...
Well, and Anja, don't feel bad. I'm more of an antique than you are. I'll be 58 in November. And yeah, don't forget to join my birthday stream on November 1st. It will be at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be special. We're going to have a panel, the whole 9 yards. And, you know, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. And I'm going to be approaching some different people to see if they want to be on the panel. And yeah, it's going to be live, loud, and raunchy.
Oh, wow, I was lied to by the Roman Catholic Church. Oops, sorry. Now, what do you want me to say? I got to tell the truth. I'm not allowed to lie, remember? I'm a high priest of the freedom religion. I'm not allowed to lie. Cheap cook and bottle washer at the moment. Population 5.
When did this happen?
I think there's 5 of us now, I think. There's 3 or 5, something like that.
Oh, you got 5 in your religion now. Wow, that's quite a following. And a look of pride in his face just shows he's got 5 followers more than we thought he'd ever get.
Anyways, but yeah, so what a bunch of assholes, right? Oh, well, you don't need to know that information. The Nephilim, people, the giants, right out of the Bible, and they stopped the funding to dig up the skeletons. What about that? And like I said, I got this from video this morning, talking about this, where all the funding has been cut off. What is it about these Nephilim they don't want us to know about? Is there something they don't want us to know about? You bet your ass there is.
This shit is like old fucking news, Vaughn, and you can find shit about it all over the internet. What exactly are they hiding?
There's something they found. They found something. And it's like, nah, we can't let them know about that. Oh, well, okay. All right. Yeah. So, Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So yeah, we need to get on the stick and insist that this information be released to the public. All this information from Göbekli Tepe, we need that information. For those of you who don't know, Göbekli Tepe was that building they found that was made out of bricks shaped like a T. T as in Tom. They found all kinds of data there, apparently, but nobody's wanting to translate it to get it out to the public. Well, gee, I wonder why. I'll tell you why. Because there's truth in there that you need to know, and they don't want you knowing it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. They don't want you.
It's a conspiracy! We're all gonna die!
Knowing it. But now I'm telling you, there's going to be some mind. But if they ever do release it, it's going to blow people's minds. I bet. Almost bet. Because, like I said, the creation story from ancient Sumer is totally different than what you're being taught. Totally different. But you are not garbage. You are not a sinner. You are not evil, at least not inherently. And you are created to be a leader. You're created to be wonderful. You're created to be awesome. And you need to know that information. You need to hear that information. I mean, it's great that I tell you, but you need to see it from the original writings themselves. You know, I mean, I can tell you you're great and wonderful, and I do, but you know, you really need to hear it from the original authors. You know, but yeah, this information needs to be released, and I am absolutely incensed at this. As a historian, as an amateur archaeologist, and an amateur cryptozoologist, you know.
What digs have you been on? What digs have you been on? How many digs have you been on? Then you can't claim that.
This really offends me to find out that we actually have found the skeletons of the Nephilim, at least one of them apparently, and they stopped the funding. Why? Because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know the truth. Because if you know the truth will what, class? Set you free. Well, they don't want you set free. They want to keep you in bondage. Because it's always about...
I'm not in bondage. How the hell am I in bondage? I can come and go as I please, do what I please, say what I please. There ain't nobody knocking down my damn door. There ain't nobody coming to find you neither. For that matter. I like how these lulz cows say that, you know, all of this information, you know, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. And, you know, oh my God.
About control. Always about control. Like I said, there might be
Hey,
a little
Lady
money in there
Starfire.
somewhere, but it's almost always about control. We need to demand, contact the Smithsonian, contact some of these other places, and demand that they release the information from Göbekli Tepe and from ancient Sumer, and release that information to the public so that we can decide for ourselves. Now, you may have heard me just tell you that the original story of mankind is completely different from ancient Sumer, and you may not wish to follow that. Okay, that's fine. That's your prerogative. It's my prerogative. That's the way that I want to live. It's my prerogative.
Oh, shut up.
You know, so I mean, that's your prerogative. You can do what you want. But the thing of it is, that information needs to be released, whether or not people follow it or not. It needs to be released. We need to know that information. Once again, I was denied critical need to know information. And that needs to be put out to the public. I would love to know what was buried with the skeleton. Was his armor, you know, what kind of sword did he have? What kind of weapons, you know? I'm absolutely curious now. I'm absolutely curious. I've got to know what's up with that Nephilim skeleton, man.
Well, look it up. As you always say, Google it.
because we found a Nephilim, guys. That should be front page news on every newspaper all over the world. Hey, we found a Nephilim. But guess what? You weren't told, were you?
Hey, Hatfield, how you doing, my brother?
Neither was I. And I usually got my ear to the grindstone on this. And I didn't even know. So yeah, whoever is blocking the funding for this information needs to stop. They need to go ahead with the funding. Let's get this stuff translated. Let's get this stuff dug up so we know what the hell's going on. Because I want to know what's going on. I want the truth. The real truth. Not King James's version of the truth. I want the real truth.
I want $1 million. I thought we were just yelling out things we wanted. I want $1 million, tax free. Yeah. That's all I want.
Not King George's version. Or the King of France. Or anybody else for that matter. I want the real, unvarnished truth. And so they need to translate these, get them out there. Now I don't know what language Globeki Tepe is in. I'd have to go back and look. But all that information from Globeki Tepe, that all needs to be translated too. And get it out there. I want to see it. I want to read it for myself so that I can make an informed decision for myself. Right? Yeah. Well, somebody's blocking it.
I want a tummy tuck and new boobs. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still yelling out things we wanted.
And that makes me mad. So, hopefully we can get that sorted and get it fixed and, ring the Smithsonian off the hook and find out what the major malfunction is. Now you may call Smithsonian and they may say, it ain't us doing it, it ain't us doing it. Okay, well, fine. Who is? Who's blocking it? Who's blocking the funding and who's preventing this stuff from being translated so we know the real truth? Because I want to know the real truth. I don't give a rip about excuses. I don't give a rip about, somebody, oh my God, it's so horrible. I don't care. I want to read it anyway. I want to know. I mean, my God, all the...
You want new boobs too? Who doesn't want new boobs? I don't want big gigantic jugs. I just want them pulled up a little bit, I know it's a little like hanging a chandelier in a haunted house at my age, but
bloodshed in the Old Testament, and you guys are going to scoff at a few little things spoken about from ancient Sumer? Give me a break. Give me a break. I mean, whole civilizations were wiped out in the Old Testament, so, give it a rest already. Let's see it. I want to see the truth. I want to see the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. As we used to say years ago.
Right on.
But yeah, man, this is retarded. We need to get this shit done and open. And but yeah, man, a Nephilim skeleton.
Oh wow, Lady Starfire.
Dude, I bet that's mind blowing. I am so stoked about finding out about that skeleton and what was buried with it. Maybe there's gold buried with it.
You nasty bastard. Blech! Yeah, I'm going to take everything you say seriously. You belch into the fucking camera, you dirty bastard. At least if I burp, I try to stifle it. And I'm sorry, but Mountain Dew do make me burpy.
Maybe there's gold buried with it. You never know. I mean, didn't they have money? I think they have money. Anyways, that's going to do it
Hey,
for
PT
this version of
Ham.
Morning Coffee. Morning Coffee 223 in the can. Y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
Okay. Do y'all want one more, or do you want me to end it? Because I gotta. I think I've got time for one more. Let's see if I can find a short one. Or at least one we can get started on. 4 hours? Fucking A, Skippy, man. Well, I'll tell you what, applesauce is the goat. Let's go ahead and start this one and we'll finish it up whenever I get home from work.
Now to bring my want to wear clothes again is a
Put some fucking clothes on!
Oh my god, cold brew.
That's true. Cold brew is good.
Cold brew addict. I'm not an I am not an alcoholic addict anymore. What? I think it's because I'm too old. And damaged bipolar, so I get massively fucking not okay. There's no way. I'm done.
You're not an alcoholic addict anymore. Well, I'm still an alcoholic. I'll be an alcoholic my whole life, even if I don't pick up again. That's why I stay away from alcohol. That's why I stay away from alcohol. Because I don't know when to stop. I don't know when to put the brakes on. That's my problem. I don't know when to put the brakes on. And this son of a bitch here is physically dependent on it. Yeah, let's get that started again, you dumb son of a bitch.
Done with that forever.
I think.
Yeah, I can't. And every time now that something comes up, if
right.
like you
I'll
want to
see
have
ya, Anja.
something, you can. You know what I mean? But now for me, I know what's best for me, and I don't even like the feeling. I get headaches now. I never got headaches from drinking before. I get them now. You have what you want, and I will completely abstain forever.
I don't want it.
I know, but but
like I'm wondering if the last few days of hell of me throwing up and puking was because of alcohol mixed with Ozempic.
Whoa. Maybe. I didn't think of that one.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah, don't drink with Ozempic, guys. Not a good idea.
I never thought of that one.
No, it's not a good idea. And you look, whoa, you look terrible. You look terrible. You look like 1,000 miles of bad road there, sis. You need to brush your fucking. You know what? I just got out of bed. And I look better than she does. I at least threw a hat on top of my head and made sure I looked somewhat decent whenever I got on camera this morning. This bitch doesn't even give you that courtesy. Look at her. She doesn't comb her hair. She doesn't put no fucking clothes on. She's a fucking mess.
Look like the doorknob from Alice in Wonderland.
Does she? Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's
A pretty face, whatever.
maybe. I don't know.
You got a gorgeous face, but that might be a pretty face. I don't know. I don't think I've ever fully seen Alice in Wonderland. Like
Alcohol and diabetes not good either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I've got one thing to say, and that is that if he ever needs somebody to talk to that has problems with alcohol, that is abstained, that's got some sobriety under their belt, I'd be willing to talk to him. But he can't keep going on the way he's going on. And I don't think it's right that they're enabling him. I don't think it's right at all.
That too.
Applesauce made me feel better.
Thank God. Praise Jesus. And as your rest right now for your phone.
That's true.
That's a multi-talented object.
Now I wish I had a cigarette. And I feel better.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in the last few days.
I know.
Oh.
You pretty much have 0 cigarettes. Yeah, I think you have 0 cigarettes.
You remind me too. I hate clothes too. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
It's horrible. Should we do anything with it? No, we've been in such a fucking emotional fucking state.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything.
I finally cleaned up the devastation, in this room at least. And most of it's done in the kitchen too, but yeah. There was some, let's just say, depression all over the place. So I had to clean that up. Which I did.
Yeah, it's clean now.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's clear.
There's the desk that needs a little
TLC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have controlled chaos that, like, you really do.
Oh, I didn't know that, Lulz. I didn't know you followed him for 15 years. See, I've only followed him for 2. I've only followed him for 2 years. Or for about a year and a half before I stopped following him. Before I was no longer welcome.
My mom was like that too.
Yeah.
She usually knew where shit was.
Yeah, even though it's like all over the place.
The next pile.
You miss clove cigarettes? Oh, those were the best, man.
Some fucking
Darjarums.
Typo negative shit, you know? The goth chicks, they love smoking fucking Darjarum blacks.
That's true.
Goth girls. And then you smell them, you go by them and they're smoking a fucking cigarette looking all fucking hot, right? And you smell them and you're like, wow, what does that smell? If you don't know what clove cigarettes are, you're like, wow, what is that? That's hot.
Where do we live? We live in Nipa.
Yeah, I watched it too, but I felt like I needed a bath afterward. I really did. Because, you know, that, I'm dropping the subject. I'm dropping the subject.
Northeastern Pennsylvania, baby.
But in a nice town.
I love this town.
Hey, Otter
I
Occultist.
love the cops here. They're so nice, even though you're going through shit. They know we have mental fucking problems, so.
And they also know that you lost your son recently, basically. And I lost my job recently, too.
Yeah, so they're expecting calls.
They were expecting one, probably.
Yeah.
They were expecting some sort of event, I think, because that's how they acted.
They come pretty quick, too.
Yeah, and all I got
I really
was
don't know.
As soon I went out.
I really don't know, Otter Occultist. I have no way of knowing because I've been out of the loop for a long time. Um, I got no idea what's up with it. I really can't. I really have no idea. I wished I knew so I could help. I hate to see anybody suffer. I really do.
Out immediately when I heard her call. Now I knew that they were coming, so I went out immediately, and I was like, "This, just take me." You know,
You didn't
Whoop
tell the
whoop, hey,
story what happened
deviant!
last night.
I don't want to tell the story.
Well,
I drank.
he did
I drank.
and tortured me.
Yeah, it was horrible. I don't want to talk about that at all. But when that was all over,
And you know what, Hatfield? I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you found me. Because, vets got to stick together. Yeah, we do have to stick together.
I just went outside and went like that. You know, I have been whatever you want to say, menacing or whatever, because I've lost my fucking mind completely at this point. All it took were her, and she didn't even mean it. She was just on the couch and just went like I asshole or something like that, and that was it. It set me off, and then fucking whatever. So.
How you doing, Otter Occultist?
But the guy,
I called you. I don't even remember that.
yeah, it happened. You were just.
I was asleep.
Yeah, you were bitching and moaning about me doing something on here, and I hadn't done basically anything all day, and I just wanted to hear of a couple things, and that was a problem, and then that sparked something, but that's fine.
I don't even remember that.
I don't care. I do remember that. I don't want to talk about the rest of it though, because I got bad. So that's that. But they came over, and it's almost like they did expect though. Like they had this. Yeah, we were gonna be here tonight, weren't we? Oh.
Yeah.
I just go out there like this. What happened? That's the first response from. What happened?
I acted like an ass to my girl again. I don't even remember it, honey. I was delirious.
I was too.
I know.
I was too, and I at that point I had mania going, so I wanted to go.
Rev, you are not menacing in any sort of fucking way. Bitch, I could knock you the fuck out. Myself. As a 57-year-old woman getting ready to turn 58 in about a month and a half. In about a month and a half, I'll turn 58. I could knock you the fuck. I'm not even that tough. I've just had a rough life.
Go to sleep. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink the White Claws and the fucking beer. Fuck it.
Worst decision ever.
Yeah, it's always the worst. So there you go. Off the wagon, but I'm back on it immediately. That's for sure.
Yep. You gotta get back on it.
I'm old, and I just don't enjoy drinking anymore. I think when you're younger, you don't get the headaches, that shit. So it's like, yeah, do it all day, whatever. It doesn't do that shit to you when you're younger. When you get to be 40s, yeah, you gotta quit, I think. I think you gotta quit. It's just, that's what's good for me anyway, is quitting.
Quitter.
Yeah.
But this time with it, I actually want to quit. The other times it was, I could still do one natty daddy, and be okay. I could still do a natty daddy and a half and be okay, I ain't like that now. No. I don't want any of it now. None. I don't even think I want to have a glass of wine with a meal or anything.
Sometimes you need to fix the wagon wheel to get it going again. I guess so.
That's what happened to Martha Morgan. Ah, God
There
damn
we
it.
go. Look at Matthew. You should want to. Sober life is great. I agree.
It's much better.
Same without Delta or anything like that.
Well,
I mean, I'm still probably gonna do
I don't
that.
agree with that. Weed
But
is great.
I just don't want to be like out of it all the time. And I don't. Like if I smoke Delta, it's like a couple of hits and then I'm good. I don't need anything more than that. I don't need to be like
Bullshit. You're hiring giraffe pussy most of the time. Be it on pills or Delta 8 or whatever the fuck else you put in your body.
ah. No, I just like chill.
Baseline chill is all we want.
Yeah, that's all I want is baseline chill. I'm an old ass woman.
Yeah, we don't want like totally, completely. You can't keep your head up, wasted.
I like booze. I just don't like it the next day. Oh my God, true statement.
No, I didn't even like it. Yeah, okay. There was a little feelings of enjoyment every now and then because I was watching some typo negative stuff and listening to music a little bit and stuff like that. That's fun. Drinking and listening to music and karaoke and stuff like that. That's fun as shit. That's fun. But then,
no, we're smoking cigarettes. Thanks. Stop fucking initiating that shit. I'm not a drug addict or anything like that.
Addict. Addict. Start pronouncing words correctly, you fucking ignorant bitch.
Jesus Christ, Brian. Why would you leave a tuna in your truck?
Huh. Shit happens.
Well, that sounds awfully racist, Twister. Why are you being racist? And stop it with the crack and shit. We don't promote drug use. Thanks. We don't do that. It's called being fucking mentally ill.
He's doing the put the camera on me all the time again.
I am, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I really am done with that. Please stop doing that.
Earth Angel, her love and light to all. Thank you.
Okay. I gotta start getting ready for work. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me today. You guys rock. I don't care if you were here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I'll see you after work today. Bye. Peace.